Good morning, everyone. Let's continue with our chapter 7 of social science environmental changes. Today, we are going to study about the third video. There is a marked decline in the agricultural production. That means a noticeable decline in the agricultural production. Crops are growing in a very less quantity compared to earlier times, earlier years. The frequency of diseases like cholera, dengue, malaria, yellow fever, swine flu, etc. has increased. And you all are very well aware of the current situation due to which you are studying online. That is the pandemic, which is corona. Okay, so such kind of diseases they multiply because of these kind of atmospheric or climatic changes. The areas near the coast of Maldives, Bangladesh, Philippines, West Indies, and Australia have submerged. Now, you very well understand the meaning of submerged. They have been eroded into the sea. अभी वो land है ही नहीं that some portion of these countries वो land पूरी sea के अंदर चली गई है. That means we can say the sea level has risen. According to an institution named Greenpeace, approximately 55 lakh people living in Gujarat will have to migrate in the year 2100 CE. And we are not far from there. The flowers are losing their fragrance due to global warming. Beehives are disappearing fast. So, these are the current natural changes which we can observe. Okay, now here let's see in the pictures. These are factors which increase the temperature on the earth. We can see the rays from the sun, UVA rays and B rays. They cross the ozone layer and they reach the earth. In the second picture, we can see the refrigerator and the heat which is produced from the refrigerators. Then in the third picture, we can see how industries they emit smoke which is harmful for our atmosphere and it increases the warmth in the atmosphere. We can say they are responsible for global warming as well. Then in the last picture we can see the AC, the air conditioners. Their functioning also involves or emits more amount of gases in the atmosphere, more heat in the atmosphere, thus increasing the amount of global warming. So, you understood the less we use such products, such equipments, the less amount of gases or such kind of things will be which harm our atmosphere will be less in the atmosphere. And what will happen? The less amount of such gases in the atmosphere, that means we are safe. We will be able to breathe pure air for a longer time. Now, how can we stop global warming? We have to speak up. That means first we have to admit that there is some problem. Power your home with renewable sources of energy. Okay, renewable sources of energies means energies which are provided to us by the nature free of cost. Weatherize, weatherize, weatherize. That means allow your home to use natural energies. Invest in energy efficient appliances, such appliances which you consume or use less amount of artificial energy, instead which use more of natural energies. Such appliances should be used. Reduce water wastage, less amount of water should be wasted. Actually eat the food you buy and make less of it meat. That means eat the food you buy. That means whatever food you have bought, whatever food your mom has cooked, you should eat that all up. Some people have got this habit of leaving the leftovers in your plates. जो भी मम्मी खाना देती है उसमें से हम कुछ ना कुछ बचा देते हैं. Stop that habit at once and eat less of meat. Buy better bulbs, bulbs which consume less energy, okay, and give you brighter light. Such bulbs should be bought. Pull the plugs. That means whenever your appliance is not in use, you should remove it from the plug. Try to use non-conventional sources of energies as wind energy, solar energy, biomass, hydroelectricity, etc. All these energies are renewable sources of energy. What is the meaning of renewable? You can renew them. They are not going to end at all. Okay, like wind energy. हवा हमेशा चलती रहेगी. We can always use windmills to produce more and more energy out of it. Solar energy, if we install solar panels, as we can see in the second picture, solar panels are installed on the roof of your houses. Energy can be generated without any effort. Biomass, again this you must have learnt in your science, that also produces energy. Then hydroelectricity, electricity which is produced with the help of dams or water. Okay, such sources of energy should be used. Now, other measures to prevent global warming: reduce the use of sources that release CO2. Such sources where carbon dioxide is released should be used very less. Afforestation and conservation of forests should be done. Afforestation means growing of more and more trees or cultivating more and more forest or crops. Growing trees help to reduce carbon dioxide. This I have already explained, that trees, they exhale oxygen which we need for our survival, and they inhale carbon dioxide. So because trees help to inhale or reduce the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, more and more trees should be planted. Avoid the use of plastics. Optimum use of manure and pesticides. Actually, it should not be optimum use of manure, and less use of pesticides should be there. Optimum means maximum use of natural manure. Adopt organic farming, use of green manure and cattle manure instead of unorganic things. Add biotics in the food for animals so that they can also, be energetic. Optimum use of household appliances. Maximum use of appliances which we are making. We already have seen we should buy such appliances which can, save energy. Proper use of means of transport. Unnecessary, you should not move around taking your bikes here and there. Okay, you should use your vehicles which are running on petrol or diesel should be used at a very less, frequency. Check the growth of human population, because we already know that because of this increase in the population, deforestation is taking place. Forest को काट काट के घर बनाए जा रहे हैं because the population is so large, and slowly and gradually it is going on increasing. So what should we do? We should check the growth of human population. Not only deforestation takes place, you can understand that more number of people on the earth, that means they will consume more natural resources, more minerals, more food. So, which is not a good sign. Design the buildings with sufficient ventilation to save electricity. That means your house or your building in which people are living, that should be designed in such a way, you know, that sufficient ventilation is there, proper windows are there, proper air, crosses your home, and ventilation is proper, as well as the electricity to save electricity. That means more, fresh light or daylight should enter your home. That means you will not need enough electricity, now either for fans or for tube lights or lights. See, if your home is properly ventilated, ventilated means हवा अच्छी तरह आ जा सकती है, you will not need any other appliance to give you fresh air or give you air. In the same way, if it is properly lit, हर जगह से रोशनी अच्छी तरह आती है, you will not need to burn the electricity for tube lights. Increase the use of eco-friendly papers. That means recycled papers should be used, and fresh papers, which are, we know that papers are made from chopping of trees. So we should use recycled papers. The books which are made from recycled papers. There are many companies, publishing house which use these kind of papers, and they always already mention on that it's a eco-friendly product. Grow plants and trees around your house. This you can do, it is possible for everyone. Make optimum use of natural resources. So, natural resources which are available to us, we should use it sparingly. Use petroleum products judiciously. Judiciously means we should think before using it, because petrol is a non-renewable product. एक बार खत्म हो गया तो we cannot get it from anywhere. Use water carefully. Practice rainwater harvesting. What is rainwater harvesting? Just now, as we can see that there was lot of rain in Gandhidham. If that rainwater is, allowed to percolate inside the ground, what will happen? The groundwater level will rise, and this rising groundwater level will be helpful to us. So we should use this kind of techniques, rainwater harvesting, instead of allowing it to waste and get mixed with the gutter water, which will then be useless for anybody. Correct? So instead of that, we should harvest that. That means we should allow that water to go inside our borings, inside our ground. A direct pipeline should be there from your terrace, drainage pipe directly into the ground. So that whatever water is collected on the top of your terrace, that will be, directly thrown inside the ground. There should be such a facility. Increase the use of CNG and non-conventional sources of energy. So such energies which are renewable, that should be used. They are non-conventional sources of energy. Now, what is the global policy to protect environment? On realizing that human activities are the root cause of destruction of the environment, the countries of the world gathered at Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, in 1972 to think of ways to protect the environment. Another convention was held at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So people thought that it's a cause of concern how the population on the earth, they are going on consuming the energy, the natural resources, and if in that speed such resources are being used, what will happen? There will be no more resources left for the next generations. So it was a cause of concern, and these people, they gathered at two different places to discuss about it, that what should be the policy. In the meeting held at Copenhagen, capital city of Denmark, in the year 2009, to discuss global warming, it was observed that the developed nations are not accepting the carbon cut. That means the use of carbon should be reduced, but they observe that developed nations are not accepting it. The technique to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, and the developing nations were increasing pressure for the reduction of emission of greenhouse gases. So developing nations, what were they doing? They were increasing the pressure for the reduction of emission of greenhouse gases. More and more, if greenhouse gases are emitted, we know what will happen, isn't it? The atmosphere will go on becoming more and more warm, and what will happen? It will, further add to global warming. It was decided to give an aid of $100 billion for the development of developing nations. In this meeting, 59 research papers from 45 countries were presented, and through it, the leaders of the world were made to think seriously regarding the changing climate. As I told you, these people had gathered so that they can see, or they can discuss about how to stop this kind of global warming. On an average, a citizen in the world emits 4.5 metric ton carbon dioxide. Indian citizen emits 1.2 metric ton carbon dioxide. Other developing nations release far lesser carbon dioxide gas. Large amount of concessions should be given for development, and more restrictions should be imposed on the countries like USA as an average American emits 20.6 metric ton carbon dioxide. What is that? That means they are not only exhaling carbon dioxide in such amount, but they are using such appliances which emit carbon dioxide. So on an average, 20.6 metric ton carbon dioxide is exhaled or is emitted by a normal average American in the atmosphere, and which is definitely a cause of concern which should be kept under check. So children, hope you understood the chapter till now. Thank you everyone.